Hello, my friends. Hello and welcome. So happy to have you here. And you know what? I was just thinking it's about time for another recent Beatles finds video. Yes, you know, over time goes by, you go into stores here and there, or things come your way, and you start collecting and gathering up some Beatles stuff. And before you know it, you say, I got enough stuff where I could do a video, dedicate a video to my recent finds. So some of the stuff is pretty common. Some of the stuff, I know I showed one item particularly in a dedicated video not too long ago. I'm just going to show you everything I've gotten recently, okay, that came my way. So I have a lot of the Beatles cassettes, but one I don't know what happened to my original, but it's gone, is the Beatles second album. And you know how much I love the Beatles second album. I mean, you should by now. I've done a dedicated video to the Beatles second album. I love it. One of my favorites, so check it out. I got a cassette of it, very cheap, very inexpensive, so I said, why not? Why not grab it? And I don't really play cassettes anymore, to be honest with you, but I said, grab it. All right, I grabbed a couple of fan club only CDs recently. You know what that's all about. One's called the Lost Pepperland Reel. And again, a lot of this material I probably have already in other formats, but the price was right. It was cheap. It was staring me in the face, and it was begging to come home with me, so I grabbed it. The Lost Pepperland tapes has a lot of cool stuff on it. The Lost Reel of like the Good Morning, Animal Noises, Intro to Sergeant Pepper, Billy Shears' Applause, stuff they used for the Yellow Submarine film, and then they have some rarities. Some Mellotron music, Penny Lane overdub sessions, stuff like that. So it's all from that 67 period. Hopefully you can see it okay. I hope. All right, so that's a pretty good one to have. The next one I got is the Beatles Australian Tour 1964 on Yellow Dog. Now I do have this already in, like I say, other formats, vinyl or whatever, but you know what? The CD was cheap, and I like the little packaging of it. It's on Yellow Dog. And so I grabbed it. It's 2 disc, and you get everything from that 1964 Australia tour. The different shows. Let's see what I can show you what the book looks like. Here's the back of it. It's just a nice little book. Talks about the different shows. Ringo was sick, and then he joined the tour here in Australia. Just a nice little book to go with it. So, there you go. That's something recent. I picked this up recently. It's come out many years ago now, at least 10. But Dave Marsh wrote a book called The Beatles Second Album. You may remember this one. A great little book. I haven't finished it yet. I only got it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been kind of chipping away at it. But it basically talks about how the significance of the Beatles' second album and that whole period of Capitol Records, you know, butchering their albums, and Dave Dexter messing with the reverb and the compression and all that stuff. But Dave Marsh does, supposedly, again, I haven't finished it yet, but it looks good so far, talking about that period and how an album like the Beatles' second album really encapsulates the greatness of the Beatles and their rock and roll nature and that type of stuff. Again, haven't finished it yet, so I can't give you a full review on it, but it looks pretty good. And I never picked this up years ago, and I was able to get it used, so I grabbed it. Okay, next thing I want to show you is one of those fan club only things, but it's one of those deluxe packages. You remember I got the deluxe edition of Help in this format? I did a video about it a while back, and well, I picked up the Revolver one. So let me give you a gander at it. Revolver Recording Sessions Reconstructed. Here's the back. You get 3 discs and a DVD. And there you go. And here's the other side. And I'll give you a little quick gander at the book here. Nice little booklet with it. Again, I don't think I'm going to collect all of these, folks. A lot of what I'm finding is I've gotten these is I already have a lot of the material already on these. little deluxe sets, but there is a lot of stuff I do not have that makes it worth it for me. A lot of cool items. So I picked them up. They're kind of cool, and I love the packaging, so I grabbed them. But I've got Help and Revolver now, and I'll see down the road if I'm going to get any more of these. Okay? Now this I haven't even opened yet, but I saw Joe's video not too long ago. Me and Mr. Mayo did a video about getting this item. And I said, you know what? I have the book. I have the DVD. But I said, let me see how much the deluxe package of this thing is. So I did. And I was able to get it for a pretty cheap price, or what I consider pretty cheap. So I picked up the George Harrison Living in the Material World Deluxe Limited Edition box set. Now, if you want to see what's all in it, you can go watch Joe's video. He did an opening and a reveal. Here you go. Show it. But it's got the Blu-ray of the film. It has the DVD of the film. It has the bonus disc with the, I think, 10 previously unreleased tracks. And it has a little book with it. You know, I probably could have been satisfied just keeping the book I have and the DVD I have, but for the price, and I said, you know what, I really don't have any George box sets. I really don't, you know, to sit alongside my McCartney archives and my Lennon box and my Beatles deluxe sets that have been coming out. I said, I need something from George, you know, something where you can put it in there and see the old slipcase George Harrison. So the price was right. It's a nice package. I haven't explored it yet, but like I said, go check out Joe's video. He opens the whole thing up. So I got that very recently. All right, let's look at some vinyl now, some recent Beatles vinyl. I know I'm late to the party with a lot of these, but I finally got the Red Rose Speedway double album set. Okay. It's in black vinyl, and that's what the label looks like. I'm not going to take it out. It's all, you've seen this, but I finally got this. And I have to say something, folks. I've listened to this several times. I love this version of Red Rose Speedway much better than the original. There, I've said it. I'm sorry. I love this version. This is the version he should have released. I know people are going to say, oh, Red Rose Speedway, as great as it was. It's an okay album the way it is. And I know it was nice to get those B-sides and bonus cuts on other things. But you know what? As a listen, as a complete album, if he had put this out like this back in early '73, this would be heralded, in my opinion, as one of his all-time classics. I love it that much. The Red Rose Speedway double album. I think it's just fabulous. All right, I showed this before, so I'm not going to dig it all out, but I did get the Beatles 1 double album. Or is it a triple album? Double album. I'm just going crazy here. I saved the hype sticker. Yes, I did. I opened it up. I showed you, I did a dedicated video to this album. I showed you all the pictures and inserts inside. Fabulous sound. Love it. All right, I don't know why, but I got this thing for the Beatles' second album, and I've gotten 2 recently. I've actually picked up 2 classic Beatles second albums. I don't know, I'm crazy, but if I can get them for a good price. But I'll show you the reason I got this one is because I never had this version of it. Give me a chance here. I never had the lime green Capital Edition. I never had this version. Never did. I want the glare, but to get a look at it. I've never had that edition, so I grabbed it. And then I grabbed this one, which is, give you a gander at it right now. It has the blue original inner sleeve, and it's in great shape. And there you go. So I know I've probably got like 2 or 3 of those already in different variant conditions, and I don't know. I love that album so much that I'm willing to buy multiple copies of it. All right, I haven't even opened this yet, but I went to Barnes & Noble like so many of you did, and I bought a bunch of stuff. I got some Carl Perkins and John Fogerty and stuff, 50% off. So I said, why not? I saw Pipes of Peace, not one of my favorite Paul albums. I don't even have the deluxe archive set of this yet. Maybe I'll get it eventually. But I saw this. It was 50% off clearance. so which made it pretty cheap, so I grabbed it. Pipes a piece, the Deluxe edition. Came out not too long ago. And I upgraded on this. I upgraded on Goodnight Vienna by Ringo. But what irks me though, they put the damn price on it. I hate when they put the sticker with the price right on the album. Put it on the shrink or do something. Now I'm going to be able to get it off, but it's going to take me some, a little perform surgery on it. But I will get that off of there. But this is in such great shape, much better than the one I had, that I grabbed it. But whenever I saw that sticker on there, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I'll show you the vinyl. And I'll show you the inner sleeve. You got some lyrics and stuff. Some nice pictures on the back. Pretty cool. You can see John in there. You can see some other folks you recognize. So that, and last but not least, yes, I finally got this. Friday Music, my Ringo the Fourth came in. One of the greatest Ringo albums of all time. Oh, I'm just kidding, folks. It's okay. Someday if I do a ranking of Ringo's albums, it's definitely not going to be in the top echelon, but I was happy to get this because, I will show you, it's the gold vinyl edition. Check that out. Nice. Got some swirls in there and circly things, but there you go. All right. So I thought you'd get a kick out of seeing that. So that's it, folks. That's it for my recent Beatles finds. I hope you enjoyed this. Still collecting, still picking up things whenever I can. And I think that's about it. I'll let you go for now. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon. Bless you all. Bye-bye.